Hi friends, today our read aloud is going to be The Most Magnificent Thing. Now remember, our focus this week is having a growth mindset. So I want you to keep that in mind as we're reading this book and think about how growth mindset relates to this story. Okay, here we go. This book is dedicated to all the little perfectionists of the world. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things, he unmakes things. One day, this girl had a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it. And she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and get to work. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even sort of okay. It's all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. Oh man, she's trying again, but look at her face. Doesn't look like she's too happy. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. Oh no. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds antennae. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese, but none of them are magnificent. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. Okay, so that's a character trait right there, right? She is mad because her invention isn't going the way she wants it to. Now, she has a choice here, right? She can have a fixed growth or a fixed mindset, or she can have a growth mindset. Let's see what she chooses. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is just too full of all the not right things. If only the thing would just work. Crunch. The pain starts in her finger. It rushes to her brain and she explodes. It's not her finest moment. Oh man, so she went from mad to now she's enraged, right? Look at her face right here. I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. It's not much help at first. See, she's still mad. She's still mad. But before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. Her character traits are changing, and she's evolving as a character. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on this one, the shape of another, the wheel to seat ratio of the next. These are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. Here's her assistant, and he's chasing away a squirrel. This is the perfect thing to ward off bears. This will stop that leak. This one's all wet. Oh no, it's the one that the dog peed on earlier. The afternoon fades into the evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. Look, someone's walking away with one of her things. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left, and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. She wanted to build a little side cart for her dog on her scooter. So, I noticed some things during this book. The main character has many different character traits, right? She's a perfectionist. She wants things to turn out exactly the way she wants them to. But she learns throughout the story that even though it didn't turn out quite the way she imagined it in her head, that it's still magnificent, even if it's not exactly perfect or the way that she wanted it to go, right? She experienced so many different character traits. She was angry, she was frustrated, she was happy at one point, she was motivated in the beginning to build, right? So this story teaches us so much about character traits and about growth mindset, right? She didn't have it quite yet. Remember that special word yet? Sometimes it just takes time, and even at the very end, it might not be the way that we expected it, but it's still going to be magnificent. All right, third grade friends, thank you for listening.